Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston. We're your hosts. We're glad you're spending your Sunday morning with us, whether you're in the car or on the couch. You're always at home with Roby. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. Trent, before the break, we had Mike Rogers with us. He's still with us. And Mike, you're from Killingsworth Environmental, by the way, if you're just tuning in. You were telling a great story about how you got into the business for HVAC after being in pest control and other things for 20-some years.
Yeah.
I think Mama saw the termites coming up from behind the refrigerator.
Well, we always said Mama won't live with no bugs. Mama wear a year-old dress and drive a 5-year-old car, but she will not live with a bug. But we had this lady. It was a 1,500 square foot house, monolithic slab. They swarmed 3 times out behind the refrigerator. So she finally calls us. It just happened to be on the first 80-degree day of the year. Okay, her air conditioner unit was low on Freon, so the high pressure line had froze up from the compressor to the condenser, so she had no air conditioning. Guess which one she had fixed first? I mean, she had the air conditioning fixed first. I mean, the bugs are laying all over the kitchen.
You were second rate that day.
So I had to change my saying. Mama will live with bugs in a cool house on a hot day.
That is a good story.
So I mean, that. Along with a few people approaching me about doing the heating and air, and realizing our database and realizing if we could do it and do it correctly and surround ourselves with the right people, we would only do it if we could provide the same world-class service, and we feel like we.
You said in the previous segment you've got over 200 years of experience on your team now. That's amazing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's there's some big players in town. Yep. Obviously, we know who they are. And a lot of their folks have came to us because of just the database that we have, and as you well know, Trent, the logistics of doing everything, just routing people right, being able to do the paperwork, the payroll, the hiring, the firing, I mean that's so important. I mean if you have that in place, then realistically, that's 90% of starting every business. So you can really start about anything you want to,
right?
And do the same thing.
And your business is a good environment for people to work, and that's what we pride ourselves on and we work for. I think even at all levels, we give I strive every day to give our staff entrepreneurial career paths. Right. I mean, I don't need every person in our company to try to take over the world because then it'll be butting heads.
Yeah.
But if we got a person, a man or a woman that strives to improve, it's entrepreneurial because there's a path they can move up in our business.
There's no question. And we have a real strong culture. I mean, we preach our culture every day. We have meetings for every division every day, and we preach we have our culture laid out, and we preach our culture. And I have a lot of different businesses, yours included, have asked me how do you get your guys to do this and show up and be on time, but that's our culture, and we're real quick if we have somebody, as you are, if we have a bad egg that can't conform to the culture, we only promote from within. If we have a bad egg that can't conform to culture, then we have to cut him loose, and he or
sometimes I want to do that immediately. Sometimes not fast enough.
I hate to wait till 5 o'clock.
Eventually,
that's the worst.
Eventually, the wolf pack. I mean, we talk about that. I think if your culture and your company's right, the wolf pack from within, the people get the feeling that they're not getting along with other people. And,
right, exactly.
They'll get pushed out of the business.
And I love it. And I love it as I know you do when other people in your company, look at them just as meanly as you do because they're not getting not pulling their weight. Yeah, exactly.
And then when you do pull that trigger, they respect you that much more.
They do. Absolutely.
They appreciate it and they work harder because they know they're appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, we had a guy that was our number one customer care guy for a couple of years. Yeah. And I actually had to turn him loose last week because he started cutting corners or last year, and he started cutting corners, and we just couldn't have it. So we had to turn him loose. As much as we loved the receivables that he was generating, we just couldn't live with the service that he was providing.
Right. So we talked about HVAC. You got a lot of services, just a couple of them. Pest and termite is where you started, but you do mosquito treatments now.
We do
mosquitoes. Big
mosquitoes.
thing that everybody's talking about.
It really is, and this Zika thing. I mean, it's the disease du jour, for goodness sakes. I mean, last year it was chikungunya, then it was West Nile before that.
Chicken gumbo.
Yeah, chikungunya.
Chikungunya.
Yeah, that's I mean, you think about mosquitoes as flying hypodermic needles.
Yeah.
I mean, they truly are. They're nature's flying hypodermic needles. They go over and they're blood feeders. They go over and feed blood feed off of a diseased bird, and then they basically come in and blood feed off your child.
Wow, I'm ready for spring.
yeah, and
I'm ready
they'll
to
be
move
here
north.
soon. Yeah, exactly. But you know what's crazy is the only place on Earth that there are no mosquitoes is Antarctica, because that's the only place on Earth that there's no standing water. We have found 27. We have counted 27 mosquito larvae in a beer bottle cap of water. 27
wow.
mosquito larvae. Yeah.
In a beer bottle cap.
And and the mosquito treatments that you do really do work. I mean,
it
there's
works
a lot
great.
of things people go, it's just kind of nonsense, but it really works.
It really works.
Knocks it down in your house.
It does,
Take it in your home.
and the thing about it is, it allows you to enjoy all that outdoor. All these companies and that you guys, obviously the outdoor spaces that y'all provide. It allows you. You spend all that money. It allows you to enjoy those spaces.
Yeah. So if you're outside right now, it's warmed up this week a little bit. We're getting close to the end of winter. Go to thebiggreenk.com. Find out more about what they're doing with mosquito treatments and all of their services they have over at Killingsworth.
And actually, let me say one other thing. We are providing, if we have a mother to be in the house, in any situation, we're providing our first service for free.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because of the
Zika virus.
Because of the Zika
pregnancy,
virus,
yeah.
the pregnancy, the birth.
I will
defect
say, my wife is sweet. I've never been bothered by mosquitoes. I think I got a little vinegar. You know what comes for vinegar in me. I don't think they want. They don't want me. But my wife gets tore up, and she says that is the best investment. Really, you can't enjoy the outdoors, and the Carolinas are the outdoors.
Yeah,
and my
exactly.
wife is the same way. In my little one, my 4-year-old Case, he gets a bite, and it looks like a tennis ball.
Oh, yeah,
it's like sometimes I want to take him to the doctor.
And they say mosquitoes are attracted to different people because of the 300 or so odors that are produced by the body. And, of course, then they're attracted by the CO2 that comes out of the body.
So let's talk a little bit about, Mike, shift gears, and not a little bit, but because the mosquito treatments you do outside, I know you spray it on the bushes, but you also do the lawn care, which really, so you take care of the whole inside and outside of the home.
We do, and the thing about it is our lawn care guys are just outstanding. I mean, we've done a thing this year. We actually fly a drone above people's houses and actually take a picture of their lawns compared to their neighbors' lawns. And it is amazing how much different.
Dang, you find their pain, don't you? You're like, hey, your neighbor only has 2 brown spots. You got 42.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
new level of keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, it's and the crazy part about it is with lawn care, it's all about timing. It's you can do it yourself if you want, and hopefully you do great at it. But it's all about timing, using the right products at the right time. And any lawn care company in town, they're experts because they can.
I will say though, expense wise, if you're a do-it-yourself homeowner and you do the fertilizers and the lime and the chemicals that you need, whatever your lawn needs, you're going to spend as much money as the buying power that you guys have, and y'all do the labor.
Well, I was going to say, that doesn't take into account the time it takes.
The time. And the thing about it is, if you do a lawn care package with us, understand, whereas it may be a certain amount for the year, you only pay when we come. So we only bill you when we come. We leave a bill on the door. So you start paying like a 12th of that or a 10th of that when we come. And so it's not very expensive to get started, and you can see your lawn progress as you go. And and when you get into the fall with reseeding and aeration, it's so important, particularly with fescue.
And now's the time to make that phone call, or go to thebiggreenk.com to get this set up for the year make sure
because
you're on.
pre-emergent right now is just so
huge,
you can't keep the weeds out of the yard.
You get behind that and you're just done for the whole year.
That's
almost.
exactly right.
Especially when you get in the summertime.
And it takes a year for everything to roll around to really be sharp.
So the theme of this show is what you can do for your lawn and your house coming on. Warm weather's coming. maybe we can have Mike back when it gets hot and talk about what the hot topics during that time are that you can share your expertise
Love
with
to
us.
do that, guys.
Love to.
Good.
That was a great show. All right, so let's hit it one more time. It's thebiggreenk.com. That covers everything, right? Maybe just recap those services just really quick for everybody.
Well, we do mold remediation, we do lawn care, we do termite and pests, we do heating and cooling, we do carpet cleaning. We're voted one of Charlotte's best by the Charlotte
Carpet
Observer in
cleaning.
carpet
Wow,
cleaning.
really?
Yeah, we do. And fire and water damage restoration. I mean, we do a lot of stuff.
You still doing bed bugs?
We do bed bugs. Bed bugs is huge.
That was
man.
a big thing 3 years ago.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's only fell out of the media. Is the
That's
reason
right.
it's not big.
Charlotte's
It's
like
actually,
the number 2 city in the country.
No,
or something.
I think
Or
it's like
high,
number
right?
9.
Yeah, top 10.
It all
it's
started
run
in
up
my
the
hair.
list.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
we're gonna end there with Trent's hair and bed bugs. All right, the Big Green K. Mike, thanks so much for being
Thanks,
here.
man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
All right,
Thank
when
you,
we
guys.
come back, we're going to continue talking with Trent and Ashley. It's the At Home with Roby show. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.